Hello, and welcome to Adapting and Adopting, a podcast. And welcome back to our third episode. Today features two distinct but semi-related conversations with two migrant women, Harneet and Satya. Although neither interview focuses heavily on the aspects of the communities in Northeast Calgary, they provide a fascinating outlook on the impact of space. This episode will feature two parts. First, we will have excerpts from a conversation with Harneet, followed by an interview with Satya and her granddaughter Chandni, largely done in Punjabi. As we begin, it is important to note that Harneet's interview was taken place with her husband Baljit, whose contributions we will showcase in our next episode. As such, these interview fragments may appear to be highly edited. They are largely left intact and feature the context of the original conversation and feature Baljit where applicable. The first part of this largely focuses on Harneet's own experiences. Harneet has been a housewife for the past 20 years, and she has done a lot of informal work, raising her children, taking care of her aged parents, and volunteering both at her local Gurdwara in Mumbai and here in Calgary. When focusing on technology adoption, Harneet takes a distinctly family-centered approach.
Yes, I'm Harneet Kaur. I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. So it's been 10 months I've been to Calgary. My son has got PR, so I've been with him.
Awesome.
Yes, we have grown up in India.
Nice.
So we are basically a small family of husband, wife, and we had two sons. But my parents stay in Mumbai, my brother, my sister. So that way I was very attached to them, our daily meetings with them and family functions. Now my sister's 50th birthday is coming. So I'm really missing all the fun of my family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your two sons, do they both live in Canada?
Yes, they both live in Calgary in downtown only.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
my both sons' name is Jaskirat and the younger one is Prabkirat. The elder one is married.
How was the community like growing up?
In Mumbai?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good and it is growing up nicely. And as I told you, we have a connected family.
Yeah.
So my my daughter-in-law was introduced through my sister.
Oh, wow.
And my brother helped me in the marriage process because it was during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew the family of the girl's side more. Yes, and she's adjusted well.
And how do you find it here in Canada?
I find it very good. People are very friendly, but I miss my routine and my family and friends because I have my school friends, college friends, and it's been like a long time, 50 years I've stayed in Mumbai, so adjusting here is a little difficult. The culture, doing all work yourself.
Yeah.
So that is difficult, but still, I mean, I want to be with my family, so we are ready to adjust and trying to do our best.
And I guess I'm going to kind of shift a little bit into what type of entertainment did you guys like?
Yeah, we like watching movies and Netflix channels, and we go to the WhatsApp. So now WhatsApp keeps us very busy. We have messages, then video calls we can do. Then plus we Facebook, Instagram I follow a lot. So then I get a lot to know about Instagram, what's happening. Like all the Kirtan programs of Calgary Gurdwara Sahib, I try to follow up on Instagram. And if I'm volunteering in Calgary to keep myself a little busy. So if there's something of volunteering, I fill up the forms and all. And I've filled up the form of SIVA, of Calgary Immigrant Women's Association. So when there was Nagar Kirtan, I did volunteering over there for one day. So I look forward to such volunteering events and keep myself a little busy. That's my main concern.
And so I know we talked a bit before the interview about you guys wanting to move to a neighborhood like Saddletown. What attracts you to that neighborhood?
Main is Gurdwara Sahib. That's so because we usually have the habit of going to Gurdwara Sahib every day because where we stayed in Mumbai, our Gurdwara Sahib was very nearby. So I had a very good routine of my friends doing Sukhmani Sahib part and attending Kirtan. So that was a part of. So we want again. I just pray that I go near Gurdwara Sahib so that at least once in the day I can go, and till we find something good to do, we at least are near God.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is my main attraction of going to Satellitown.
That's wonderful. And so, how would you define technology?
See, technology has become very important part of our life, like how we never had WhatsApp before. So WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram, so that way we are connected. What are the daily activities people usually post on Instagram and Facebook? So we get to know even if a family is very far off or when a very, very far relative, she's opened some restaurant or she's doing something. And about good news also and bad news also we get to know about, like one of our family friends in Mumbai just got a heart attack. So that was very shocking to us, because that she used to meet us in Gurdwara Sahib every day. We knew the family. So earlier we had a very difficult to convey such messages. There had to be phones and telegrams, and it used to take so long. And when the person got, it used to be so shocking. So that way nowadays through WhatsApp and all, it's really great help.
Yeah.
You can like Mumbai, I can talk to my mom whenever I feel like, to my sister, to my brother, and give them my daily updates. Like today, I can just tell them I'm doing this for the first time. They will be excited to know that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is your earliest memory with technology?
Yes, when our children introduced us to WhatsApp and all, so then it was nice. And then slowly now there are so many groups. Just for earlier there was just one group and we excited just, and then it started how, like just sharing good morning with your families and friends, and now though everywhere there's a gym group, there's a garden group. I have a Sukhmani Sahib part group. So now many groups, but earlier it was nice. We were excited that time, and we didn't use technology that time because it was very expensive that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it has become reasonable. Yeah.
How do you think that compares to when you guys were kids?
Yeah, we had to listen to our parents all the time, whatever they were saying. Then we had more playtime. That was very good. Now my son, there's always a generation gap as between the parents and the children that is there. So we need to work out. We can talk. We should talk about it and solve it as a family. That how things are. But children nowadays just avoid it, and they just be on their Facebook, Insta. My son, as I said, my younger son is a type 1 diabetic. So he used to be on the phone most of the time. When he was growing up in college, he didn't like the college he was going. He had to make from school the transition in Mumbai. The school is only till 10th. So we were just 15. You go to college, 11, 12, and he didn't like the college crowd. He didn't make friends. He didn't like the classes he was put to. So then that was also very tough because he was just sitting on the phone. And then that time we wanted him to do some activity or go whatever, like, place, college you have gone and work hard that time. So that time we had a very tough time also.
Yeah, imaginable.
Yeah.
And do you find that technology helped you maintain contact with your son, or how do you feel?
Yes. My elder son came here during 2021. So that time it was COVID time. So we were very worried about it. He got his PR. His PR came and expired because it came in, your children put all the energy to it. So he got it. He wanted to just come here and work. So he was working in Asian Paints, my elder son Jaskira. Then he got his PR came and COVID started. So then 1 year he had to stay back home. And then when he got the second time, I don't remember the word, that you can come and travel only this 2 months time. So he had to be in quarantine also. So I was very worried about it because he's never left my house, And then he got married also during COVID. And in November 21, that time also he had very high because during marriage functions and all, he was very tired. And in every airport, he had to get his COVID test done. And he was having high fever. And we were helpless because we couldn't get through a visitor visa also. And like whom can you rely, because everybody is in Mumbai, and only friends, and all were scared that they might also not get COVID. So that time it was very difficult. At least or being on the phone and just seeing his face helped us,
Yeah,
survive that time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
How has this change in technology made you feel?
It has made us feel good that we can now compete with our children. And so if we don't follow that, our children will say we are so backward. So that way we feel we have to be with them and
We are still backward from their side. They still feel we are very backward because we are very, but lesser used to that technology.
we can't yet use the
All the things.
all the things. We can't use the iPads and and all that thing. So they feel that we should update ourselves more with the laptops and all and computers. We are just all stuck to the phone. We are happy with that.
Do you want to adapt further?
I want to learn how to mail and a little bit I know that, but how to write proper mails and use this
Yeah, okay.
iPads and laptops. Yes, I want to use laptops because it's just lying in the house. So every day I feel I should give some time to laptop and to learn more things or some, because all courses nowadays are also on laptops. Like I had done ECC in Mumbai. So here also I feel I said I go to Vista Kids to do as a volunteer. So update myself. There are so many courses online. So I feel I should do that and give myself more time on learning the new process.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
And how about for yourself?
It's the same thing. Try to learn.
Yeah. Want to keep updated?
Yeah, you have to keep up till now. You have to do all the things, but for update.
Do you feel like your children are the primary reason why you want to adopt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Our children are our primary reasons for all our changes in life. I think so. Some like we have come to Calgary also because of our children.
Yeah.
So it was difficult to give a comfortable life, a comfortable house, and giving a routine. So we have come here because of our children to help them and to be with them so that we can share their joys and sorrows with them.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
What has been the most significant change over the years for you regarding technology use?
Yes.
Aside from maybe the WhatsApp, is there anything else?
See, first we have seen the time that when we got engaged, so then we used to have normal phone calls. So when I was when we got engaged, we had the period of 6 months. So he used to call up all my cousins and all. We had extension line. So everybody used to listen. From that time to having a personal phone as a lot, so I understand it's very important to. With that time we couldn't talk man, just hello, hi, and there used to be trunk calls, so then that used to be expensive. So we had to go to some other place and make either you have to take that scheme of from Bombay to Delhi call, and then we could talk, and we each call used to call around 50 rupees or some 100 rupees. So then it was very difficult from that time to now. Like when my grandmother also passed off, so then my father was a heart attack patient. So then we had to be very careful to how to tell to our father about it, that because he might not get a shock.
Yeah.
Because all children are very attached to their mothers.
Yeah.
And that time you can imagine that generation were very close and they always considered mother as God. In India it was like that, So that time just getting the news and then going to a father and explaining him, then packing his bags and then going to it was that very difficult. So now I think so WhatsApp is little made easier and better for everyone.
How do you feel like your practices using technology have changed since the pandemic?
See, pandemic, we were more all the time at home. I was staying in Mumbai and our building got the first case of COVID.
Oh my lord.
So it was very panicky that time. And I told you, my son is also type 1. And a merchant Navy person came on the second floor and whole building got sealed. So, and in Mumbai, there are a lot of population and I have to keep all the things at home. So standing in queues and getting all the basic necessities and then his insulins. And then we still, we were not taking that seriously in the beginning. We were going down like, okay, so then we all got a COVID test done. that if you're not positive, because yeah, it was very difficult during pandemic the time, and but at least we got in my brother's house, all got COVID once or the twice. My bhabhi's mother, she was had some stone problem, kidney problem. So then few half the members in her family got COVID positive, and half members they came here, those who weren't, and the whole building got sealed then. So there was a lot happening in Mumbai, and like every day we were just praying that everything goes well.
Yeah.
And my son was here, so I was really worried about him also. So we had a very tough time during pandemic. So then that time was the time we decided whatever, we will be with our children. So if something happens to us, so then at least we don't have to go through that phase of worrying and all, because India is very far also. So then we were getting to know that these areas are getting sealed, and we can, if we want a necessities, we can go to that area. And if we want now, if there's a Jewel 9 Diabetic Foundation in Mumbai, where I go I used to go every Saturday for my sons. So they also used to keep updating us that you do this test and you do this, you keep hydrating yourself during pandemic, because children were getting fever. Yeah, and so we were worried that it might not be COVID, and how to handle that, or how to quarantine. So that technology really helped us during that time. Doctors were available FaceTime. That was a very nice thing. So doctors also were safe, and so for our children, we didn't have to travel. Usually Mumbai traffic is also too much. So yes, it really helped us.
That's great. And how would you say that your use or reliance on technology increased since the pandemic?
Yes.
Yeah. In what ways?
Because see, earlier children used to go to college, they're going to school, they're coming back. I also had a routine, like I used to go to the gym, and I used to go meet up with my friends, or go to Gurdwara Sahib and have part and all together, some family gatherings. In pandemic were just, like sometimes somebody said something, we had an argument, okay, we couldn't go out, so we just sat on the phone. And so that was the biggest, like just running away from conversations and not listening. So then all the time, okay, to just keep safe, maintain peace, all sat on the phone and for their own device. So that was that I feel is not good also in one way.
Yeah, no, completely. So do you primarily use it at home then, or where do you use it more?
The Instagram and this, yes, we use it at home, because basically I've been a housewife.
Okay.
So I've not been working much. I just prefer going over here also, like just for volunteering for 1 or 2 hours to Siva or to, I said, Vista Kids. So rest of that's the time I don't but usually I do at home.
And have either of you guys used the public libraries since you've been here?
We have been over there.
Okay.
Yes, we have been thrice, and we have made a library card. So then, so we just, if in case we get too bored, we can go over there and read a book. But we are not so very into reading and all.
Fair.
And we enjoy ourselves more on Facebook and Instagram and Reels. We enjoy more than reading a book. And what rest of the time I like to do my prayers in the morning. So I try to give time to prayers and all. Once I complete that, then I feel now I can use I can just see the phone. And it's quite interesting. All phones keeps us busy and it's a lot of updates keep coming.
You've talked a bit about the benefits of these technologies. What would you say are the biggest drawbacks in your opinion?
Yeah, because we get so addicted to it. So if there's some argument or something, okay, I'm not talking to you, I'm sitting with my WhatsApp. So that is also a big disadvantage. Instead of, like facing each other and listening to each other's problems and try to give family time. We are always busy in our own world and we can see whatever we want and just not listen to what the other person is trying to say and not be emotionally present. So this all is a big drawback, I feel, that you should always draw a time that I'll just see WhatsApp for 1 hour a day, that's it. Because when you see the screen time, even we are shocked, we are saying it's so long.
What would you say is the biggest barrier to accessing technology for you?
Barrier is, now it's become very expensive for us in Canada. That is the biggest barrier we feel, like buying, as we are from India, so we are, his work is also from India, so I feel it is quite expensive also. In Mumbai, Vodafone is very quite cheaper according compared to Canada. Here it is.
In India, it was only I think so, $5 to $6. Uh, Below $10, you know.
Yeah.
Expensive maximum was $10.
Yeah.
But 600 rupees only.
Yeah, 500.
I'm coming over.
Yeah, they're all our maids, servants, drivers. They all have phones and lines, and it's very easy access to is in India. Everybody, there we have a staff working for us, so we don't have to work over there. So just to call them what time you're coming, if you're going out somewhere, so we can just change. We can tell them come at this time or this. So it was a great advantage in India. Here, I feel it's very expensive.
Do you feel like the cost outweighs the benefit here?
Cost should be lesser.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, yeah, it should be much
Last 10
lesser.
days, 10 years, I think it's been expensive now.
Yeah.
From last 10 years, I think so.
Oh yeah, and it's not gone down at all. No, no. So, what would you say might be barriers for others in your community? Would you also say the cost then as well?
Cost. And then, like my mother, she doesn't know how to use it because she feels the alphabets are too small. She has so many phones, but still she prefers, like talking in front of people. Like she prefers still that. We keep telling her, we have to make at least one call to you. Like how we are used to just calling our mom once at least. So you have a WhatsApp number or just talking to her, but she has not adapted yet.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Do you feel like there's a big generational gap between you and people your parents' age as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How do you feel like that gap impacts the relationship that they have with their grandkids?
Yeah, so my mom is not over the WhatsApp, so I feel she's the only lady who doesn't use WhatsApp and all. Then it's difficult for her, like as she can't do any household work, she finds it difficult to pass her time also. She's always relying on somebody to come and talk to her. So then it's difficult. So if she uses the phone technology and WhatsApp, so then at least some time, because now she can't read anything, her eyes are not that in a good shape. So it's better to keep updated with the phone. So then she can keep herself busy.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys mentioned a little bit the cost being a barrier. Do you feel like these barriers have changed with time? Because you mentioned that it used to be a lot cheaper. It is cheaper in India.
Yeah.
What do you say is the biggest barrier to accessing technology over there?
But there it is like a lot of fraud cases come up. So we have to be very careful over there. We have to go with and sometimes you have to rely on our children that if this is a scam, because a lot of scam calls come because mobile is easily available and all have it. So then that is the biggest problem in India, like bank transactions and all, they keep calling you. And we have heard from our friends and family that so our children keep telling us, don't pick up this number and all bank transactions. You better go in the bank yourself and do it because you may not land up in a scam.
Yeah.
And then there's police and all, and nobody to listen to you. Because money is always hard earned, you should have to be very careful with it. So that is the biggest during COVID and all this. We have to pay GPay, and one number goes wrong and all your money will go. Yeah, GPay and all that. So our children, we don't download that, we don't use that, all that.
Stressful.
It's stressful
Yeah,
also because with the age, like I'm 54, so numbers also keep. My husband has got both the eye operation also done. So then we have to be real careful about transactions. So.
And you guys mentioned a little bit earlier, I was just jumping back a little bit here, that it was primarily your children who got you to adopt technology. Was there any other reasons that you guys wanted to adopt technology?
Because it was easier to contact people. First, we had one telephone line, and then in Mumbai, that telephone line was not giving that service properly, like MTNL. So then in the end, we have to, because the bill was coming so much, and then we felt mobile bills were cheaper compared to the normal landline. So then we shifted to technology slower. We had to adapt ourselves and move to technology.
I guess moving on a little bit here, what services would you like to see put in place for people over 50 to better adopt to technology?
We would like the alphabets to be a little bit bigger. That was, yeah, to help in our eyesight and all. Yes. And I think the WhatsApp is good, Facebook is good, and Instagram is fine. Some helpline, that would be nice for our seniors. So then we can, like immigrants, some group or something is formed, then we can, like just form a group and be together, pray together, on, like sometimes go to a garden, and that would be nice.
Yeah, like a mutual support
Support,
group.
yeah.
Would you like to see that kind of implemented in like a public setting, like at
Yeah.
the Gurdwara or at the library kind of thing?
Yeah, library sort of.
Yeah.
We near our house there's a Prince Island Park also, but there also I've seen many senior people coming, or like children, teenagers also coming, adults coming. So that way, even if we have something like that, lady, people over 15 coming over to the garden and just walking around, so then that would be a great help for us.
That's awesome. And so, how do you think that people who are your age or maybe your mother's age
Yeah.
could be influenced to adopt more or?
Yes, we can influence, but I think so. First of all, there should be cost cutting. Like we
Yeah.
are from India, so now my husband is also looking, but we feel that everyday expenses coming so much. Like as I've said, like children are just started off, so we have to call money from India. So then we have all expenses are very much. So I feel there should be little cost cutting should be the first thing. So and that way we can use it. Like now we are most of the time because he will just sit at home. So I have to take him along with me everywhere wherever I go.
And that's kind of the end of my questions I have for you. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell the world I haven't discussed with you about technology use?
No, I think so. You have covered up quite a lot as we had. Yeah.
Anything?
Okay.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'd like to add about your own experience that I missed?
Yes, we have covered up all the points, and I have things to
Perfect.
said a lot about my life also.
And I'm very grateful for it. So thank you very, very
We had a
much.
very nice chat. Thank you so much.
Very nice
Joshua.
talk to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now we hear from Satya, alongside her granddaughter Chandni, who provided informal, on-the-spot translation from Punjabi. Satya worked for many years as a nurse in Jaipur, India, and after her children and grandchildren migrated to Canada, she too soon followed to join them. Satya was an eager technology adopter until a recent life-altering injury stood in her way and made her a non-adopter who is largely withdrawn from her community. She shares her story through fragments alongside context provided by Chandni.
My name is Chandni Meheru. I'm her granddaughter.
Very lovely. We're so glad you're here translating for us. Thank you.
I hope I'm doing a good job.
You're doing a great job. Before we begin, we'd like to know a little bit about who you are. Would you like to tell us about yourself?
ਦਾਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸੋਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੌਣ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਂ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ
मेरा नाम सत्याग होती है और मैं दिल्ली सर्विस करदी सी ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਰਿਟਾਇਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਜਰਾ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਉਧਰਲਾ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਗਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ
She used to be a nurse in India, Delhi. And then she came here when our mom passed away. Well, before that, in like 2005. But when our mom passed away, she took over and took care of us until now. And she's retired.
ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ
ਨਹੀਂ ਦਾਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਆ
ਮੈਂ ਅਸਲੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
86 ਹੈ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ 89 ਮੈਂ ਨਾ 99 ਇਦਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੱਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ 86 ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ
She's older than 86 years old, around 90 years old.
Wow.
And her name is Satyawati Meheru.
Awesome. And so did you grow up in Delhi?
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਿੱਲੀ 'ਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੰਮੇ ਪਲੇ ਆ
ਹਾਂ ਦਿੱਲੀ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਜੰਮੀ ਪਲੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਮੈਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ।
ਪਰ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਹਾਂ।
ਕਿਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਮੈਂ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਰਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 2 ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਮੇਰੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਕਰਨ ਚਲੀ ਗਈ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋਊਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਜੈਪੁਰ ਦਾ।
She mostly grew up and did all her services in Delhi. But when she had 2 kids, which were girls, during that time, they didn't accept girls into it. And especially in the workforce, if you had kids, you were not allowed to work. And so, yeah, and then she took her service to Jaipur, which is another place in India, and she continued her service there and then went back to Delhi as well. But she was married in Punjab, and our grandfather also lived there. He was a headmaster, and he had 4 master degrees. And so when my okay, come on, what's your next one?
Well, thank you so much. How was your neighborhood like growing up?
ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਹਾਂ
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨੇਬਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ
ਠੀਕ ਸੀਗੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੀ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਹੀ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਜਦੋਂ 2 ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਜੈਪੁਰ ਕਰਨ ਚਲੀ ਗਈ ਜੈਪੁਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਕਰਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਛੱਡ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ
okay ਬਸ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਦੱਸਣਾ Okay, the neighbors were really nice. They were really sweet in Delhi, but since she had kids, she couldn't work in Delhi anymore. So then she took her service to Jaipur and then continued it there.
And how does that differ from your experience here in Saddle Ridge?
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਹਾਂ
ਅਸੀਂ 2005 ਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ
ਠੀਕ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਡਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਕੋਈ ਡਸਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਬਸ ਹੋਰ ਤਾਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਠੀਕ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ
She likes living here. She especially liked living there. It's not dusty here as it is there, but she likes it there more because it feels more like home.
And in what ways has the neighborhood of Saddle Ridge changed since your time living here?
Can I give her context?
Yeah, please.
ਦਾਦੀ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਘੁਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਫਰੈਂਡਾਂ ਆ ਇਦਾਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਇੱਕ ਮਿੰਟ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਸੋ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਬਦਲਿਆ
ਹੁਣ ਏਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੇਟਰ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਗੁਜ਼ਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਦਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪੁੱਛ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਆ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਬਾਕੀ ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਆ
When we were younger and she was like she had mobility, she made a lot of connections around in Saddle Ridge, and they would all like go on walks and stuff around the community. But ever since like over the years her mobility has decreased and she can't really walk or anything anymore. It's really hard to make those connections, and it's like one person will ask another person, or honestly only a couple people come by, but it's not as easy anymore.
Getting more into the technology questions now. Thank you so much for sharing all that. How would you define technology?
Daddy, ਜਿਹੜਾ word technology ਜਿੱਦਾਂ phone, TV ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ explain ਕਰੋਗੇ technology ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ
ਮੈਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਆਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਆ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਹ ਟੀਵੀ ਆ ਆਹ ਫਰਿੱਜ ਆ ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ ਹੋਰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ
She would explain what technology is in terms of items. So like a fridge, a radio, a TV, a phone.
What technologies do you use in your day-to-day life?
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਏਦਾਂ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਫਰਿੱਜ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਠੰਡੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਣੀ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਖੱਟੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਖਾਣੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦੰਦ ਵੀ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਹਰੇਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਠੀਕ ਰਹੂਗੀ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ
ਪਰ ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਫ੍ਰਿਜ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੀ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਵਰਤੇ ਫੋਨ ਵਰਤੇ ਕੀ
ਹਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਟੀਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਟੀਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਟੀਵੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਲਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਖੜਾ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਬਸ ਉਹ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਹੋਰ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ
ਨਹੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਟੀਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੋਟੀ ਸੋਫਾ ਸਾਫਾ
ਨਹੀਂ
ਹਾਂ।
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਆ ਸੋਫਾ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਹੋਰ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ
ਉਸ ਪਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਯਾਦ
ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ
ਹਾਂ
ਉਹਦਾ ਦੱਸੋ
ਫੋਨ ਨੂੰ ਏਦਾਂ ਸੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਫੋਨ ਫੋਨ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਚਲੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣੀ ਬਾਕੀ ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਰਮਾਨੈਂਟ ਉੱਥੇ ਖੜੇ ਰਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੋ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਟੀਵੀ ਫੋਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਰਨ ਫਿਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਮਾਨੈਂਟ ਪਿਆ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ
Okay. In the day, they had like a fridge. It came later, obviously, but her dad always told her, you know, you should like refrain from having cold and like sour things because they're not good for you or your digestive system. And so she didn't really use the fridge a lot. A TV back in the day, it would be on a stand. It's not like a flat TV as we have now. And it had like the satellite signals and all of that, and it was in black and white. And then as she came here, or even there, there used to be two types of phones. So the walking phone, you can walk around. And then there was a standalone landline. And then here she used a phone to stay connected with like some of her elderly friends. She had a phone book. And then now if we ever, or someone wants to talk to her, they would probably call me and then I give her the phone.
So, what introduced you to all these technologies, or who?
ਦਾਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਹ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਫੋਨ ਟੀਵੀ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਦਿਖਾਈਆਂ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦਿਖਾ ਲਈਆਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ
before her dad used to introduce her things and then now it's like us and our dad.
Oh, so there's always been that family connection, eh? What would you say the biggest benefit to your life technology has?
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ
ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਸੀ
ਨਹੀਂ
ਹਾਂ
ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਆ ਫਰੈਂਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਸੀਗਾ ਦਾ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ
ਉਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਫੋਨ ਦੇ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਦੂਰ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ
ਹਾਂ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਸੀ ਟੀਵੀ ਤੇ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਆ ਵੀ
ਫਿਰ
ਕਰਨਾ
ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ
ਹੈਂ?
ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਸੀ
ਹਾਂ,
ਕਥਾ
ਹਾਂ ਕਥਾ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਨੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਟੀਵੀ ਤੇ ਫੋਨ ਵੀ ਸੁਣਨੇ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਤੇ ਕਈ ਕੁਛ ਏਦਾਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਲੈਣੀ
with the phone you can stay connected with everybody if you want to like check up on someone you can check up on them with the TV she could stay up to date with the news so what's happening back home and all of that but nowadays she doesn't like the TV we barely turn it on but it's when she had mobility she would love to and listen to the spiritual hymns and the stories and that kind of aspect as well.
Wonderful. And what would you say are the biggest negative consequences of technology?
Adi, ਹੁਣ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਨਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਏਦਾਂ ਪੁੱਤ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਏਦਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਏਦਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਫਰੂਡ ਬਣਾ ਲੈਂਦੀਆਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਲੱਗਦੀਆਂ
okay thank you ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ she's like I don't like how like people like online dating you make different friends and stuff she doesn't like that
Okay, that's fascinating.
it's yeah she's like I don't like how like you know people go from like one person to another online and make like friends that you can't trust.
That is excellent advice. So now a bit of storytelling. Take us back to your earliest memory with technology.
ਜਦੋਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਹੁਣ ਦੱਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋਈ
ਉਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੁਣ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਹਾਂ
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਾਸ ਕਰੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚੇਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਕੋਈ ਨਵੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੀ ਜਾਂ ਫੜੀ ਆ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਸੋ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਹ ਨਵਾਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ
ਚਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਸੀ
ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜੋ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਮਝੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਜਾਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੀ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿੰਗ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ
ਉਹ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਣੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਥਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕੁਛ ਮਤਲਬ ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਅਗਲੀਆਂ ਪਿਛਲੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਏਦਾਂ ਦੱਸਣੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਏਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਕਰਿਓ ਐ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਏਦਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੇਕਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ।
ਇੰਡੀਆ
ਹਾਂ
ਟੀਵੀ ਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ?
ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਸ ਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ।
ਅੱਛਾ, ਆਪਸ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਟੀਵੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ?
ਹਾਂ
ਫਿਰ ਟੀਵੀ ਚ ਕੀ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ? ਮੂਵੀ?
ਮੂਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੂਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖਣੀ, ਖਬਰਾਂ ਸੁਣਨੀਆਂ। ਮੂਵੀ ਸੋਰੀ ਟੀਵੀ 'ਚ ਤਾਂ ਖਬਰਾਂ ਸੁਣ ਲੈਣੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਥਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਟੀਵੀ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਾ ਬਸ ਉਹ ਦੇਖ ਲੈਣਾ।
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ? ਓ ਬਸ ਆਹ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ?
ਹਾਂ
ਆਹ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ?
ਹਾਂ
ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੀਲਿੰਗ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਖੁਸ਼ ਸੀ?
ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ।
She said back in the day, well, she accidentally went back to like letter writing. Back in the day when there were like TVs, everybody would gather to watch it because there would only be like 1 or 2 TVs in the village. They would talk about like different things and they didn't really watch movies and stuff, in which my dad's answer would be different because that's what he would watch. But there would be like news broadcasts and stuff and everybody would listen together.
Would you say that your technology use increased more at the home or from being a nurse?
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਰਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਹਨਾ, ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਏਦਾਂ ਲੰਮੇ ਪੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਰਦੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਸੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਯੂਸ ਆ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਧੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਰਸ ਸੀ ਜਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ?
ਫਿਰ ਸਮਝੀ ਕੀ ਗੱਲ।
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਰਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਸੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਆ ਉਦੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤਦੇ?
ਉੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਸਫਾਈ ਦਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਉੱਧਰ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਣੀ ਏਦਾਂ
ਨਹੀਂ, ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫੋਨ ਰੇਡੀਓ
ਹਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਰਤੀਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ।
ਉੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤਦੇ?
ਇੱਥੇ ਆਣ ਕੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਰਤਿਆ, ਉੱਥੇ ਜਰਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤੀਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਗੁੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਨੂੰ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤੀਦਾ।
ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਰਤਿਆ?
ਨਹੀਂ।
She used it more prominently back home than here.
Okay.
Because she's like back there were a lot of people to talk to when she was a nurse, so she would call people and all that stuff, but not so much here, which I disagree.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Great story. Tell me what influenced you to adopt new technology.
ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਹਤੇ ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਰਤਣੀਆਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਫੋਨ ਫਾਨ ਏਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂ
ਸਾਰੇ ਜੋ ਵਰਤਦੇ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਨਾ, ਇੱਥੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਫੋਨ ਕੋਈ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਥੇ, ਫੋਨ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਦੀ ਵਰਤੀਦਾ ਸੀ।
ਕੈਲਗਰੀ? ਕੈਲਗਰੀ ਜਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ?
ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਸੀਗਾ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰ ਸਾਡਾ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਫੋਨ ਪੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਰੀਦਾ।
There was a family member that they met from India to Calgary and like to stay in touch and stuff. That's why she kind of like started using it.
Okay, what has been the biggest change in practice?
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਰਕ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਵਰਤਣ ਕੀ ਸੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ? ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੰਮੇ ਪਏ ਹੋ ਨਾ, ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਰਤਦੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਮਝੋਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਏਦਾਂ ਹਨਾ, ਹੁਣ ਕਹੋਗੇ ਹੁਣ
ਏਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਹਰ ਵੇਲੇ ਲੇਟੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੋਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ। ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੀ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ।
Her biggest change was when she fell in October, and so she can't really call or do anything anymore since she's bedridden. That would be the biggest change.
That's so unfortunate.
ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਹੱਥ ਪੈਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਵਰਤਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ।
Thank you. She said that she can't really like get up and like walk and do anything, so she can't really press buttons on a home phone.
ਮੇਰੀ ਧੌਣ ਦੀ ਹੱਡੀ ਟੁੱਟੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ।
She's like her neck bone broke, so she can't like walk or anything.
So you mentioned before the interview, earlier before this accident occurred, she was very interested in adopting a phone, a mobile phone.
Yes.
What was the biggest struggle with adopting the mobile phone?
Nadi Sanjeta, just 2 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ, ਪੰਜੇਤਾ ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ?
ਹਾਂ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ।
ਕੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ?
ਹੁਣ ਜੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ
ਨਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਟੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਹਨਾ? He remembers.
Nice.
Okay. And then I can even give the backstory.
Go ahead, please do.
So as we were growing up, she was really interested in learning how to use a touch screen phone. we just never got around to it until like maybe like 4-ish years ago. It kind of started, and she got really into it. And so we got her like we had a phone. It was iPhone 10. I know it. We just had it, and we're like, okay, you want to learn how to use a phone? Let's show you how to use a phone. So then we connected the home phone number, since that's what all her friends had, was a home phone number, and we connected it through WhatsApp. And we really wanted her to use it because it's really fun, like trying to teach her, but also frustrating at the same time. And we changed the language to Hindi because that's what she knows how to read more than Punjabi. But the biggest barrier she had using it was understanding how things work. And like touching it, was really touch sensitive. And so anytime she would try to touch something else, she would accidentally touch a different app. And so then to like kind of combat that, we gave her so we tried to like delete many apps and like make it like blown up, so then you only see like 3 things. But it was just all the contact stuff too is really touch sensitive.
And I'm sure that must have been so frustrating.
Yes,
Yeah.
so she stopped learning how to use it.
Fair. When accessing support for technology, who do you go to first and why?
Me or her?
Her story.
ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਰਤਨ ਨੂੰ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ?
ਚਾਂਦਨੀ ਨੂੰ
ਠੀਕ ਆ? ਹੋਰ ਲੈਣਾ?
ਪਾਣੀ
ਪਾਣੀ ਹੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੁੱਕੀ ਲੈਣੀ?
ਅੱਛਾ ਪਤਾ ਜਾ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੁਛ
ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਜਾ ਪੁੱਤ
ਭਾਵੇਂ ਆਉਣਾ ਪਤਾ ਇੱਥੇ
ਉਹ ਤੂੰ ਆ ਜਾ
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ? ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਬਾਰੇ?
ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਜੀ ਤੇ ਪਈ ਜਾਂ ਕੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਸੋਈ ਪਰ ਗਈਆਂ
She has nothing more to say because she forgot.
That's very fair. Thank her very much for her time today.
Thank you, Daddy.
Harneet and Satya, in tandem, provide an excellent example of how life course events can shift technological adoption. For Harneet, she was thrust into the world of WhatsApp and Facebook from a combination of her son's diabetes, international migration, family connections, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Focus on religion as being a reason to continue to use technology, helping her through these events, is particularly notable. Whereas conversely, Satya's physiological disability has left what was once someone ahead of the adoption curve, a non-user reliant on her granddaughter for support. When it comes to community, Satya's disability, combined with her non-use of technology, has often left her without. Harneet, on the other hand, is constantly searching for community, suggesting support groups, religious groups, volunteer groups for older adults to find a sense of community and belonging. Both Harneet and Satya brought up how technology has hindered social engagement, discussions, and individual-level problem solving. Both of them focused on the younger generation when discussing these issues, and their later adoption may be seen as a preventative measure. Interestingly, Harneet hints to the worries of addiction to technology for her and her husband, as they are both often surprised by the number of hours in their screen time. Despite lamenting how the younger generation is severely addicted, it opens up questions about how distinct the generational divide actually is. I thank you for listening, and a massive thank you to Harneet and Satya for their participation, as well to Chandni for assisting in the informal translation work during the interview. Big thank you as well to Anisha and the Workland podcast space for allowing us to use their studio to record, as well as to Chandni and her father for allowing us to record in their home. In our next episode, we'll feature interviews with Baljit, Harneet's husband, a textile salesman from India who works internationally, and Chris, a father and trades worker who has been in the community for 25 years, as we examine the practices and experiences of working men. Thank you again.